All right, we're approaching the county building, and as we approach the county building, there's still brightening going on. There's still brightening. There's assignments happening. See, there's a brightening way down there, approaching. There's nobody out on the street who's really doing anything. Yeah, that girl was doing some sort of assignment in her car, I feel. That's the mimic factor. They find women who have a certain tourism look, and they want to utilize that individual to do the assignment. She didn't have the brights on the car on though, so look, there's a cop car, there's no brights on the car. There's no brights on the car. That's one thing about law enforcement is if you come across the right law enforcement, people working for law enforcement, some of them are very upstanding and honest and truthful. And if I explain to them exactly what happened to me and what gang stalking is, they may actually you know, want to give me some advice, or they may ask me, you know, how long has this been happening, all this stuff, and it'll leave them with a footnote of information about gang stalking, and so they can use that if they ever come across somebody who's getting gang stalked, or they hear about it. They may be able to use that for their own education, so to speak. I think the feeling I get is I think everybody working for the public in the public sector should know something about gang stalking. I think there should be a much wider form of education for people in positions of you know, they're working for the public, like schools, universities, companies, what have you not, government agencies and stuff like that. It would be nice if these people at least had a little bit of information about what they're dealing with. I think that's the big thing. I think these cars, there's too many cars. Too many cars. So I'm gonna wait until this gets so I can go. That's the county building right there. I had to go to court there. I had to go to a 2-day trial there. Everything. Had to go to jail there. Over me going to jail for supposedly stalking the people who were stalking me. Isn't that something? And then when I was going to court, like how you see the entrance right there, the whole time I was going back and forth to court, back and forth to my trial, all this stuff, people were doing assignments on me. It never ended. It never ended. Never ended. Now look, a company or a postal truck doing an assignment. You see that? United States Postal Company, a postal driver doing an assignment with the U-Haul truck and the red truck. Isn't that crazy? And look, there's a worker's truck, another car, a school bus, some other cars. We'll probably see perhaps an ambulance or something, what have you not, having to do with assignments. Okay, so a brightening, and now we're on Apple. This Muskegon is Apple Street. We're on Apple Street. We're on Apple Street. We're on Apple Street. Oh, there's fire people right there, the firemen. Alright, so this is fascinating stuff. Now look at this, Muskegon County Drain Commission. There was an older gentleman back there driving a Cadillac. That was some form of mimic, because I know somebody in a Cadillac like that. It looks just like that. That was a form of mimic. Or what appeared to be a form of a mimic. So this overall network is in effect is going on. That was going on. Look, a man with a baby carriage. That's fascinating. Working at the health department. When I was out here passing out flyers, I actually passed out a flyer to a guy I hadn't seen in a few years. It was many years since I'd seen him. Then I ended up seeing him when I had to go to jail. I ended up seeing him in jail. And he remembered me giving him the flyer. Now, I'm not the only person in this area, and definitely in Muskegon County, but I'm not the only person going through this in the area. There was 3 people that I met. There was 3 people that I met in jail that were going through this to some degree. Where one of them knew what gang stalking was, the other 2 didn't know what it was, but it was happening to them from time to time. And I filled them in on the blanks. Goodwill corporate headquarters. So look, you see the lights on right there? Maybe they're just doing that because it's getting dark already. Hey man! Look, one of the homies. I would turn this off.